The principles behind this stylish pen holder apply to many 3D printed designs, including vases and lampshades. In all my Fusion tutorials, keyboard shortcuts appear in the bottom left corner. Here, you'll see them when using S to activate design shortcuts for the new internal component. Once finished, press Enter to confirm, and make sure you continue working within the new component. This first line forms the foundation of the curve pattern that caught your interest in this tutorial. Its exact length isn't critical, so I'll set it to 60 millimeters. This ensures that a 100 mm diameter circle, starting at the origin, fits within the line. Next, we'll set up 2 offset planes. These will serve as the basis for the curved pattern, and you can later adjust the design by editing these planes. I'll reference the top offset plane to the middle one. This means that any future changes to the middle offset plane will automatically adjust the height of the top offset plane. Let's create a new line on the middle offset plane. I'll set it to the same length as the previous line and apply a slight angle. This angle will influence the curvature around the object. A view from the perspective provided by the view cube should give you an idea of how the curvature will flow from the bottom up. Let's repeat the process for the final offset plane. This is an opportunity to be creative with the direction of the curved pattern. I'll make it symmetrical to the line on the middle offset plane, but in the opposite direction. You should now have 3 lines on different construction planes, starting at the origin, each with its own unique angle. This setup will allow you to implement future design changes by editing those lines. Select the Loft tool in the surface modeling environment, recognized by its orange color. Like many tools in Fusion, the Loft tool is versatile. For example, if you loft each line separately, you'll get a straight lofted surface with hard angles, ideal for some design scenarios. Since I'm aiming for a softer curvature, I'll undo the previous actions and loft all the lines in one sequence to achieve the desired smooth surface. Friendly reminder to save your project regularly. Next, we need to give this surface some thickness. I'll make it symmetric because I prefer a balanced approach, but that's not required. Let's start with a 2 mm thickness, and we can adjust it later if the final result doesn't look right. We're laying the foundation for the pen holder body with the center diameter circle starting at the origin on the original construction plane. The only limitation in this design is the length of the lines shaping the curved pattern. Set the extruded body to the same height as the earlier body by referencing the top. This way, any future changes to the offset planes will automatically adjust the height of the extruded circle. We want to keep the parts as individual bodies, so we'll switch to a new body operation before verifying our work. The curved body needs to be adjusted to better match the cylindrical shape. Let's use Project to capture the outer dimension of the cylinder while creating geometry that's linked to any future changes of the cylinder. The purple lines at the top are projected lines, and we'll use a regular line to create a new profile outside the cylinder. The offset distance will determine how thick the pattern will be outside the cylinder. For this first design iteration, I'll set it to 3 mm. We'll use a regular line to close the profile at the top and bottom. Closed profiles are blue, but I missed closing it at the top, so the profile hasn't turned blue. No worries, it's an easy fix, and the profile looks great. We're using the solid modeling Revolve command to define the part we want to keep. To do this, we need to change the operation type from New Body to Intersect. The profile is already selected, so now we'll press and hold the left mouse button above the blue axis to activate the option to select items at depth. Everything looks great, and we now have a thin profile around the cylinder. We'll use the shell command to make the cylinder hollow. When we control the inside of the cylinder from the top view in the view cube, everything looks as planned. Use the circular pattern command to set up the pattern around the cylinder. Set the object type to bodies before selecting the body. Just like before, there's no need to hide bodies to make selections at depth. Simply press and hold the left mouse button. I think 36 instances looks great, but don't leave the tutorial yet. Remember, we still need to fix the unique top, and you'll get some video recommendations at the end. I'm turning on the selection grid here to improve the overview of the reference lines as we move to the next step. Next, we'll create a sketch on the central construction plane right in the middle of all our geometry. As a general rule of thumb, centralizing your designs above the origin offers many time-saving advantages. Place the fit point spline fairly high relative to your pen holder, but leave some space above it so it stays within the boundaries of the body once we add some curvature. I'm positioning this spline visually, making sure it's an equal distance sticking out on each side. Of course, you can use dimensions to quality assure this for a more precise design. Next, I'll use the green handlebars to apply an equal twist on each side of the spline, making sure it stays within the pen holder's boundaries. Don't worry if it's not perfect on the first try. We'll revisit this feature in the timeline for future refinements. You'll need to select the Surface Modeling Extrude option to extrude this spline, as the Solid Modeling Extrude command is meant for closed profiles. Extrude symmetrically, making sure your extrusion goes outside the pen holder. This is quick, and the exact dimension isn't crucial. What matters is that we're outside the pen holder, allowing for potential future design adjustments. There are many workflows in Fusion. If you plan to split this body using solid modeling commands, give the surface a thickness. Take a look from different angles to ensure you're on the right track before moving on. This is a great time to save your project, as we'll combine all the bodies in the project browser into one. This will require more from your computer than the earlier steps in the video. First, we'll hide the thickened body created with the spline, as we don't want to include it in the combination of bodies. With that part out of the way, selecting all bodies in one move becomes easy. You'll see Fusion working a bit in the bottom right corner once you select the command to combine bodies. The suggested join operation is good, and once we confirm, Fusion will do a bit more work in the bottom right corner before the bodies are replaced in the project browser. Now, we'll need the thickened spline again, so let's turn it back on. Next, use the split body command. The pen holder is the body we want to split, and the body based on the spline will be the splitting tool. Once confirmed, the new bodies will appear in the project browser. We'll toggle their visibility off to get a fresh look at our adjusted design. I'll turn off the construction planes before applying the appearance, so we can reduce the visual clutter and focus on the design. Different manufacturing techniques, such as 3D printing with PLA and injection molding, offer a wide range of interesting colors. I'm going with a glossy red finish here. The color looks great, and it's easier to focus on it once you turn off the layout grid in the back. I'm satisfied with everything except the top, so let's edit this feature via the timeline. We'll start with a smaller symmetrical change. Let us know in the comments how you would use constraints to achieve this symmetry. Once confirmed, Fusion will work a little harder to process the update. Depending on your system, it might be a good time to save your project before making heavier parametric changes. I'm still not completely satisfied, so let's revisit the timeline and try a more fluid design. This time, I'll take a looser approach, focusing less on symmetry and precision. When working with organic shapes, it's not always easy to predict the final look until you built up experience with these kinds of edits. Once again, be patient while Fusion recalculates everything downstream in the timeline. Personally, I think this irregular design is exactly what I'm looking for. It sparks the imagination and embraces the unique possibilities of 3D printing. Make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss future videos that will sharpen your 3D modeling skills in Fusion. Check out this other pen holder tutorial for a different workflow you might find useful. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.